Hello, Paul Pluta channel, and today I'm doing a paid review for Jason. Hi Arch. Oh, forgot to tell you, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and don't forget, look in the description for 10 ways you can keep me full-time on YouTube. Man cannot live on Google ads alone. So guys, let's keep me full-time on the YouTube. Now, hi Arch, it's Jays here from New York, and I'm in the hunt for my next piece, and I need the Pontiff's help. Of course, I'll make the customary donation to support the cause and await your insight. Here's a little about me, what's in your current watch collection, and what watches I have my eyes on. Please take it all in and give me your opinion. Here we go. I'm 44-year-old and live in New York City with my wife Jennifer and a new baby boy, Jax, who's 2 weeks old. This new watch will be to mark his birth. All of my pieces will one day go to him. I always loved watches and really got into them. I got into them around 2011, and I've learned a lot by following your channel, and I'm a big fan. My current collection consists of a Rolex Daytona stainless steel white face, Rolex GMT Master 2 Batman, and a Piguet Type 21 3810T on black strap with a grey croc strap is off on it. I work in insurance and I've worked hard and had a great year. I'm looking for my next piece, which will mark the birth of my first son, Jax. I'm interested in the following watches. Number 1, Rolex Hulk Submariner. Number 2, Audemars Piguet Diver Black Face. It comes on rubber strap, but I want to buy the steel bracelet to have both looks. I'm also interested in the following: a Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand, a Jaeger-LeCoultre Perpetual Calendar. I want both Jaeger-LeCoultres, but one at a time. I also like the AP, Audemars Piguet, or the Vacheron Dual Time, but I already have a GMT. I do want a yellow gold watch, but I'm not sure if I want a yellow gold watch yet. Maybe one in the future, age 50. Should I get one before? I always wanted an AP Royal Oak, but I'm not into the Ruse personally, and I think the classic Royal Oak is a little pale and fragile for me, and I think the Diver is sort of the best of both worlds. I can get it wet with it. I believe it's a little tougher than a 15400 ST. I'm thinking if I get the Hulk, I'll have a great modern Rolex collection, but at the same time I'm thinking it's time for the next level, like an AP or Patek. I don't have a budget, but I'm trying to stay around 10,000. Hulk brings me in low and new at 9, and AP I would buy pre-owned around 12 to 14, and the bracelet would add an extra 2 grand. I could also trade in my Piguet and put that in the mix. I could probably trade Piguet for a Grand Reverso, even swap, but it's a Piguet, and I'm torn because that's a great piece, and I'm not sure if I should trade it in. Maybe I should just save up for next year for the Reverso pre-owned or Perpetual Calendar pre-owned. I'll send you some pics for the vid. What's your advice, Pontiff? How do I proceed? Signed, your pal, fan and fellow collector and enthusiast, Jays. Thank you so much, Jays. 44, same age as me. Yes, young pup. And Jays also tells me he is a huge, how do I put this? He's a Range Rover fan. And I got to tell you, you know, the Range Rovers are so cool, but man, they can be very, very nasty. They can be very nasty. He says, Arch, forgot this pic, my car, Range Rover Sport pic for vid. I love Range Rover. I love to sit high in the seat. Your pal Jays. Yes, I gotta say, you know, it's very, very much, it's that Tom Cruise movie. What's that movie called? You know, the one with Nicole Kidman, the last movie they made, where he played a doctor in New York. He had a Range Rover. What's that movie? Oh, what's that movie? It was a Polanski movie. Very, very interesting film. Range Rovers, shockingly expensive to repair. Be careful there, Jays. I love you. A good friend of mine had a Range Rover. He said they're one of the best cars he's ever had when it's going, and an absolute monster when it's not. So, oh, wow, it's Jack's, man. He sent me some pics. Wow, that's fantastic. Wow, that's really, really cool. Really cool. Now, I tell you what I'm thinking. Thank you so much for trusting me with your horological questions there. So let's just back the truck up. Let's do some reversing. Let's clarify a few things. Number one, the Breguet. Don't sell it. Don't sell it. That's a dumb thing to do. I had a Breguet. I've had two Breguets. I had a Transatlantic Type 20 and I had a Ehrenvale. Transatlantic was the one with the date. The Ehrenvale's without. And I got to tell you, that was a dumb thing to sell because I miss it so much. That's a watch. I've owned so many watches, but the Breguets, they were very special. So my opinion is, don't sell it. Don't sell it. And you got the 21, nice, bigger size. It's superb. Superb, superb watch. You've also, that's a really superb watch. Don't flick it. Don't flick it. Breguets have terrible resale. They're a bit like Range Rovers, okay? Actually, I tell you what, that sums up the Range Rover, Breguet. Beautiful, great history, great story, absolute monster resale, terrible resale. But they're a cool thing. You know what I'm saying? They're cool. Not every, you know, it's kind of like a Maserati, just so cool, but when they break or need servicing, ouch, you really feel it. Now, you got the Breguet, cool. You got the Batman. Oh, the Batman's a classic. Batman is a classic. That is a gorgeous classic. And you've also got there the Daytona, a steel Daytona with white face. Man, that is so cool. Man, I got to tell you the truth, okay? I got to tell you the truth. Life, we go through life and we think, oh, what's going to make us really happy, etc., etc. I got to tell you, in all honesty, I personally, I love the AP Diver, don't get me wrong, but they are very delicate still. They look very macho, but they're actually fairly delicate. So just be aware of that. I reckon myself, I love the two. I reckon the watch for your son. Seriously, if I was getting a watch, if I was in your position, there's only one brand you can go with. There's only one brand you can get your son. Rolex! Rolex. That's right. I mean, if you get an AP, in 20 years' time, it's going to be expensive to service. It's going to be very, very delicate piece. It's a cool watch. It's cool. AP's a cool brand. But man, I think you got to go with Rolex because it doesn't matter which way he goes in life. Whether he, whether he's an academic or whether he's a salesman or an actor or a doctor, doesn't matter what he does, Rolex is the way to go. So to mark his birth, I would be getting the Rolex. Without a shadow of a doubt, get the Rolex. Now, I know the Rolex is a bit of a boring choice. Yes, yes, yes. I know it. I know it's boring. I know it. Everyone knows it. But, man, the Rolex is just such a good workhorse. it'll just go and go and go, okay? It's like a Land Cruiser. It's like a Land Cruiser, Toyota Land Cruiser. And I mean, I know the Range Rover's cooler, but you and me both know if we were going across the desert, we'd take the Land Cruiser, okay? The Range Rover is cool for poncing around New York, LA. It's very cool. But if we were going to go bush, Land Cruiser any day of the week. The Range Rover is super cool, super cool. I love the Range Rover Sport. That's such a cool car. Very, very cool. I know a good friend of mine had one, and he said it was magic when it was working. I reckon for your son, man. I mean, let's have a bit of a chat here about this. You're interested? You're gonna mark his birth. See, I get the Hulk. I reckon the Hulk. It's going to be a watch. It may not be available when he's in his 20s. Maybe give it to him when he's 21. What do you reckon? See, if he's a good boy, maybe. If he's not a good boy, you just hold on to it, okay? Until he turns good. But I'd go Rolex, man. Go Rolex. I mean, yeah, the APs are cool. They're super cool. Very snooty brand. But I reckon if I had to put money on which one would be the better investment, Rolex, 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 Rolex. The Hulk, get the Hulk. Just do it. Just get the Hulk. Get the Hulk. The AP, I don't hate the AP. I really love it, but it's still very delicate. And I think get the Rolex. Rolex is such a strong brand. Get the Rolex, okay? Definitely get the Rolex. I love the two Jaeger-LeCoultres you're looking at. Man, those are cool. Those are cool. You've got the, what do you got there? Let me have a look. Let me pull these up here. You've got the, where is it? Did you send me a picture? The Grand, oh, you didn't send me a picture of the Reverso, but you sent me a picture of the Perpetual Cat. That's just such a cool, Jaeger-LeCoultre is such a cool brand, man. That is, they are cool. They're very cool. I agree. You want to get a diver? Come on, man. Get the Rolex. I mean, I tell you honestly, you're not going to regret Rolex. It'll hold its value. If you need to cash out, that it'll be there. I'd go Rolex, man. Go Rolex. Go Rolex. That's not to put the other ones down. I think if you turn 50, I reckon maybe a Patek then. Look, you can get an AP. AP is a great brand too, but I reckon to mark your son's birth, get the Rolex. I mean, Rolex is, I know. It's not as, it hasn't got the cachet of AP, but believe you me, get the Rolex. Get the Rolex. Please get the Rolex. Jays, get the Rolex. Come on. Work with me, not against me. Get the Rolex. You will never, ever regret that. Rolex is so strong. It's a great brand. You'll love it, okay? That's my advice. Get the Rolex. Get the Rolex. No question of a doubt. Get the Rolex. And that'd be so cool. Maybe get your wife one too. That's a great way if you can spin it. I hope she's going to work soon. You don't want ladies living off you. So, you know, just get her a Rolex and get her into a job as well. She needs her independence, you know. Well done so much. That's fantastic. And yeah, get the Rolex. I know it's a hard decision because the AP is really clutching at the heart, but the brain is saying get the Rolex. And as he grows up, he'd prefer it to be a Rolex than an AP. But you can count on it, okay? Tell him Archie said so. There you go. Archie said so. Tell me what you think, guys. What should he get? Should he get a Hulk, Submariner Rolex, or an AP Diver? What would you get? I gotta go Rolex! Go Rolex. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and don't forget, look in the description for 10 ways to keep me full-time on YouTube.
We specialize in the repair of Rolex and Patek Philippe watches. We've been doing the same thing for more than 25 years. We have Rolex technicians certified by Rolex who actually used to work for the company for many years, like if we're doing the work on the factory. We completely disassemble the watch and we put it to work like brand new condition. When you get a pre-owned watch, it's like if you're getting a brand new unit. The only difference is the money.